YouTube, welcome back. Dub Digital crypto news, macro trends. Give me a subscribe if you appreciate the content. I'm trying to bring you the hottest crypto content on the internet, on the blockchain, in Middle Earth. Today we're gonna go over OXT, Orchid Army. Stand up, because one of the homies hit me on Twitter. He says he needs another OXT update because his bags are bleeding, and I hate it when my team's bags are bleeding. Let's get to the chart. Alright guys, we're on the OXT BTC pair on the weekly time frame. Check this out. I just want to start off and show you guys a long-term time frame. I always do it every single video, just so you don't miss the forest or the trees. Remember where we think this thing can go. Remember how explosive this asset really is. I'm looking at 400+% on the next pump up. And guys, the last pump was a monster too. This thing went another 400% up. It was zoomed up in the daily, guys, and this price action is following pretty well, pretty nicely along the fractal we drew in previous videos. So we made the call, stated that this area here was just a scaled up bigger version of what occurred right here. Took this bar pattern, scaled it up, and applied it, and this is what happened. And this is how I use fractals to draw my game plan moving forward, by using what has happened in the past previously, because that is what has precedence. Legal term. Big pop up. It's corrected approximately 70%, actually exactly 70% from the top of the wick. It's been a monster. It's been a wild ride, guys. We should be at some point seeing a rounding out. Fractals aren't perfect predictors of what will occur, but history tends to rhyme. So the fractal can vary in shape a little bit. It could vary in severity. Ultimately speaking, this shows you Orchid has gone down, then went up, then went down, then went up. If you want to draw and apply triangles to this chart, this is what I essentially think is happening. And it's funny how charting lines up with geometry so well. It's just a series of triangles forming out and shapes within the chart. It helps you understand the nature of the asset. When I see very explosive items like this, like XRP, like Orchid, like Hedera hash graph, that just accumulate, maybe bleed off, then a big volume play comes in and bang, shoots them up really high. Should be looking for like triangles in that thing, because it gives me like nice 90-degree angles, guys. Dub Digital, what the heck's going on, bro? This thing look like it's falling. It's falling fast. It's falling hard. I'm scared my bag's bleeding. Guys, I got you. Let's talk about it. Yes, I got to point out something here. Because fractals aren't perfect, because fractals sometimes drop down farther than the previous one, or drop down less than the previous one, I have to point out to you, we still got like no support here, like not much, like for the next 20% down. Bad thing is it can go down another 20%. Good thing is it's only 20%. This thing came down 70% already. Dang, what's another 20%? But hey, not financial advice. That's just how I think. Y'all are adults. And guys, remember, based off my roughly drawn fractal, we're looking at like maybe another month, maybe a month and a half until maybe some pump up. We will know though if we're on track for this. How will we know, Dub Digital? What are you talking about? I thought you wasn't a psychic, bro. Well, I've been reading the stars lately, guys, and if we start to see this line pick up, we start to see some volume come in, then we can get more and more confident that our thesis might just play out. But as of right now, guys, it looks like we should have about roughly 17 days before this thing starts picking up in price, if it's going to. So just remember this though, guys, and this is how I think about if I should get an investment. Doesn't mean you got to do it. It's just giving you some insight as to how I think about these things. So what's the downside, guys, about OXT right here? It can go down 20% from this point. I understand that if you bought up here and you've already gone down 70%, you don't want to lose 90. But guys, it's a very well-known concept in investing that if you sell, you take the L. And what happens? And if in a month this thing starts turning around and going back up, it's not an OXT problem. It's not a you investing problem. It might be a position sizing problem. And I got a request on that to go over it. It gave me some time to dig into. I want to put down a quality product for y'all, but I'm gonna make a video talking about it. 17 days before maybe an uptick in price and volume starts kicking in. About 30 days to a month and a half before we start seeing some big pumps up based on previous history. Dub Digital, where your buy squares, bro? I don't see them. I'm looking for those green squares. Bro, chill. I got you. Give me a second. There we go, guys. Not so hard. In fact, I think this is a good spot to pick up OXT for me. Do what you gotta do. Y'all are adults, not financial advice. But we're currently sitting at like right smack dab in it. We're at the 2,139 Satoshi level. I'm looking at maybe picking it all the way up to 1,800 Satoshis about. But Dub Digital, I'm not sure if I should get in this investment, man. I don't know. How do I know if I should invest or not? If you guys are overextended, I'd don't suggest it. If you guys need the money really soon, I don't suggest it. You make mistakes when you get angry. You make mistakes when you get scared. It takes a lot of time to build wealth, and it takes that long to lose it. So you don't want to be in a bad mind state. You don't want to be doing things that's gonna make you stressed. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Dub Digital, that's cool and all, but like, why would Orchid go up? Like, I don't get it. Like, this thing just dumped on me. Like, I can't believe it. Like, I have to sleep on the couch and drink vodka for dinner. I don't want that to happen to nobody. No one deserves to drink vodka for dinner, guys. So let's do a little FA, man. Let's do a little fundamental analysis. Let's go over to the Twitter feed. Let's comb the web for some news to see what's going on, what's steaming, what's brewing under the surface for OXT. My ring light just died, guys. RIP. But we march forward anyway. Let's get it. Check this out, guys. I thought it was really interesting. Retweeted by Orchid from Freedom on the Net. Global internet freedom declined for the 10th consecutive year in 2020. 26 countries worsened. 23 countries improved. 16 held steady. All right, guys. This chart gives you a pretty interesting breakdown of the current global landscape of internet freedom. Green is obviously the best. It's considered free or free-ish, right? So that's Canada, United States, Argentina, Australia, South Africa, France, Italy, Germany, Hungary, Estonia, Armenia, and Japan. Orange yellow countries are like Brazil, Colombia, Mexico, Ecuador, Nigeria, Ukraine, India, South Korea, and some other stuff. Too many, guys. My throat. And then we got the not free at all purple. Obviously, China's on there, Russia's on there, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Egypt, Venezuela, Cuba. Jeez, I bet you can't even download any good movies over there, man. What the heck? Other than being interesting, why are you showing me this, Dub Digital? If you understand what you're looking at, this helps you paint a good understanding of just where the whole world is in terms of internet freedom. Sometimes I feel like we get very wrapped up in our world or bubble. You can go and pretty much look at any website. You can go read anything. And actually, even being in the 20th century, guys, this isn't a very impressive chart in my opinion. How come they're not all green? The internet is free for everybody, should be free for anybody, and free information for all. We got a lot of regimes, we got a lot of governments trying to cap that web. Fast forward to this month of this year, October 8th, 2020, DuckDuckGo, EFF, and others just launched privacy settings for the whole internet. The new standard called Global Privacy Control will let you activate a browser setting to keep your data from being sold. Before today, if you want to exercise your privacy rights, you have to go from website to website and change all your settings, says Gabriel Weinberg, CEO of DuckDuckGo. The new standard called Global Privacy Control lets users set a single setting in their browser or through browser extensions, telling each website that they visit not to sell or share their data. It's already backed by some publishers, including the New York Times, the Washington Post, Financial Times, as well as companies including Automatic, which operates blogging platforms WordPress and Tumblr. Whoa, because we use the internet for so many things these days. Paying bills, ordering food, buying presents, buying things, just everything. If you're not free on the web, it's almost like you're being chained on everything. You're being tracked on everything. And thank God that we have some alternative internet services that are actually taking our privacy as consumers seriously, man. Seem a little hopeless for a while. I don't know about y'all. Yeah, we get it, Dub Digital. That's cool. DuckDuckGo. That's all right. That's whatever. Yeah, but like, why is Orchid tied in all this? You keep saying things that don't talk about Orchid. This is Orchid video, ain't it? Yeah, you're right. Let me get to it. When assessing something in terms of its utility, it helps to try to identify problems within the world. That's why we start with the global picture. Where is there a problem? I definitely think there's a problem in terms of internet security, data privacy on the internet. And on Orchid's blog here, they had a really cool article that I want to share with you guys, just a couple parts, talking about the explosive growth that's supposed to be experienced within the VPN industry over the coming years. Let's get into it. While individual reasons vary, a key factor driving VPN growth everywhere is expanding use of mobile and wireless devices around the world. Our lives are increasingly digital, connected, and mobile first, with almost 1 million people accessing the internet for the first time each day. In a world reshaped by a pandemic that has forced so much of our lives into virtual spaces, the need for online privacy has only grown more urgent. The vast majority also feel powerless and vulnerable when they use the internet. Amen. Hey, remember like the early 2000s? No one understand viruses. Like, it just ruined your computer. You gotta get another one. Yeah, I totally can understand that. People who aren't tech savvy. So it should be no surprise that the VPN market is seeing such explosive growth. Demand for VPN providers is global, with millions of users across the world's leading economy. Yet despite its rapid expansion, the market has an enormous amount of room to grow. And in most places, the number is less than 20% because it's like used occasionally. With an estimated 4.3 billion internet users around the world, a figure that grows by the day, billions of new people may begin to seek out VPN services in the next few years. Yeah, seriously, man, but how is Orchid going to satisfy the world's growing privacy needs? Dang, that's crazy. As demand for VPN services grow over the next several years, Orchid allows people to use the services of multiple leading VPN providers. Service on Orchid is pay as you go, and the network system for probabilistic nano payments matches supply with demand while obfuscating users' payment information. So it's interesting, guys, when you start to tie what you see on the chart with what you see in the news, then you start understanding that this isn't just a sucker's rally. This is real technology. These are real developments. But if you listen to everyone else and don't do your own research, you're gonna fall prey. You're gonna fall prey to some of these claims. At the end of the day, it's up to you to do the digging, because sometimes people get it wrong, and sometimes I get it wrong. But what I don't believe is wrong is OXT's understanding of what's happening globally. What I don't think is wrong is that there's gonna be a need for a VPN in the coming years when people really just understand how much they're taking advantage online. Based off the geometry here, it looks like Orchid should have a pretty interesting end of the year, one that might end with fireworks. So let's do a little more digging to see what could cause such an epic price increase in Orchid OXT. And guys, shout out to the homies on Twitter for putting me onto this. They're also targeting nano payments. Let's look at it. Introducing nano payments, dated October 9th, 2019. I didn't know about this personally, but it looks like people took their eye off of this little piece of the pie to look at the VPN portion, and it hasn't gone away. Orchid's novel layer 2 scaling architect for Ethereum uses probabilistic nano payments to allow users to pay for services in just this way. Nano payments are what they sound like. They are tiny. You can turn them on and off at will, but unlike a monthly electricity bill, nano payments transmit value as they move. We're using this core technology to power our bandwidth marketplace, just like flicking on a light switch. Dub Digital, like scaling Ethereum with Orchid, what you talking about, bro? Isn't there like other scaling solutions? Several layer 2 scaling proposals already exist, including the Lightning Network on Bitcoin and Rated Network on Ethereum. Network payments channels have several key disadvantages. They require users to deposit and lock up funds with specific network nodes. No one likes locking up money, man. Like, that's for real. Creating counterparty risk. Dub Digital, what's counterparty risk? It's basically having your funds locked up by a third party that's not you. Then they have control over your money, and if they lose it, that sucks for you. That's counterparty risk. No bueno. This puts it down nicely. And Orchid states that these nano payments are payment anonymous and censorship resistant, which is also very good. So not only are you able to keep your data safe with Orchid, you can also make payments. Alright guys, that's my OXT Orchid update for the OXT army. Hopefully that gave you some insight as how this thing might play out. Right now, I've seen a pretty significant correction on OXT, and I'm definitely looking to pick some up. As I stated in the previous video, I'd become more and more interested in picking OXT up as October went on, and it followed the fractal. Looks like the fractal is following just fine. If you like the content, give me subscribe to Dub Digital. Crypto news, macro trends. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.